Probably when you arrived at school today, you probably did not think that when you came to football, when you we did football today, that you'd actually be talking about, of all things, bamboo. Okay, well, that's what we're going to talk about, bamboo. And for the next 6 weeks, we're going to talk about a session or a sectional lesson that's called Cultivating Your Bamboo. And we're going to talk about exactly what that means. And then over the next 6 weeks, it's going to become very clear to you. But I just want to tell you just a few facts about bamboo. This is some bamboo that I had, imported from Japan. Actually, I got it on the side of the road on South Brookwood. A guy had cut it out of his backyard, and I put it in the back of my truck. I thought it was pretty convenient that he did that just as we were talking about bamboo. But how many of you guys realize that bamboo is a grass? Did any of you guys know that bamboo is a grass? I didn't know that. Okay, you knew that, Alec? Very good, man. Okay, you're going to be my bamboo expert. Okay, all right. But anyway, bamboo is a grass. Okay, it's also an evergreen, which means it stays green year-round, and it's a perennial. Anybody know what a perennial is? Anybody know what a perennial is? Okay.
I don't know what it is in terms of plants, but it's like that all the time.
Okay. It's got a lifespan of at least 2 years. Okay, that's what a perennial means. It's at least has a 2-year lifespan. It's also called woody. It's not a wood, but it has a texture that's like wood. Okay, it's called woody, but it's a grass. The thing that you need to know about this, it's not a wood, but it's 7 times stronger than wood. Bamboo is it's a grass, but it's 7 times stronger than wood. When you look and you measure the structural strength of any material and how it can withstand to stress, they use a thing that's called tensile strength. Okay, and there's a mild steel, a low carbon steel, and low carbon steel has a tensile strength of 23,000 pounds per square inch. Okay, bamboo has a tensile strength of 28,000 pounds per square inch. So bamboo is stronger than low carbon or some of the mild steels. Bamboo is real popular on islands in the Pacific. Any of you guys ever heard of the Ring of Fire? Okay, what's a Ring of Fire, Taylor? That's right. Okay, it's a ring. It's 25,000 miles long. Okay, it's where there's a lot of fault issues that go on, tectonic plates and movement and that kind of stuff. But there are 452 volcanoes, and it's where 90% of Earth's earthquakes occur. Okay, in this area. And these islands, on these islands, bamboo is very popular for a bunch of reasons. Number one, homes are built out of bamboo. In Bangladesh, 50% of the homes are bamboo. One thing, though, to me that is most unique about bamboo, and that is that it is the fastest growing plant in the world. You can bend or tear off some of the branches or some of the leaves. And I don't know about the Alabama version, but I know the ones in the tropics, that if you break off a branch, that it'll grow back overnight, or leaves or whatever. Some of these plants will grow up to 4 feet a day. Some of them will grow. There's even a couple of species that's been known to, on certain occasions, to grow up to 6 feet a day. But anyway, if you think about that, that's that much growth in one day. Now, the kind of bamboo that we're going to talk about, the species, there's 1,500 different species of bamboo. But the one that we're going to be studying for the next week is a very unique species of bamboo called timber bamboo. Okay, and I want to show you this in relationship to people that are standing around. This is a massive plant, guys. And just let you know, in some of the areas where they grow timber bamboo, there are timber bamboo farmers, and it's an unbelievable industry, and there's a lot of money that's made from timber bamboo in this area. When the farmer prepares for to plant his timber bamboo, there's an extensive preparation of the soil. The pH has to be just right. We're going to talk about that later. It's got to be an unbelievable balance in the nutrients that go into the soil. And there's a meticulous selection and planting of the seed. Bamboo, timber bamboo, it flowers about once every 120 years. And bamboo, the bamboo plants, the best bamboo plants, they come from the seeds. They grow the best if they come from the seed. So there's a meticulous selection of this seed and planting process. But to me, the thing to me that's the most intriguing about the timber bamboo, and it's the reason that we chose it, is when the bamboo farmer, when he plants the seed, he has to go through a delicate watering process, and the watering has got to be very similar. It's got to simulate a tropical rain. Okay, you can't just go and dump a bucket of water on top of the ground where you planted the seed. And he does this every day. He goes out, and it takes a little bit of time, and he has to water the seed. Okay, and the next day he has to go water the seed, and the next day, and he can't miss a day. He does this for 365 days. Okay, and at the end of a year, nothing's happened. All he's done is he's watered where the seed's planted. He goes out the second year, same thing. He waters day in and day out. He does not miss a day. Okay, and it has to, again, simulate a tropical rain. Okay, and when he waters, he just can't dump water on top of it. Well, this goes on for the second year. All right, he's already done this for 700 days. At the end of 2 years, which is more than 700 days, at the end of 2 years, nothing's happened. Okay, so he starts doing the same thing over again the third year. Okay, somewhere around the 28th day of the 12th month of the third year, a shoot emerges from the ground. This shoot can grow anywhere from 1.5 feet to 6 feet in one day. And over the next 60 days, this plant will grow to be over 100 feet tall. And if you look at this, these are massive plants. These things will also grow 8 inches in diameter. Okay, now, once they come out of the ground, all the growth is vertical. Okay, the plant does not grow out to the side, it grows vertical. The diameter of the plant is set. Once the shoot sprouts from the ground, it just grows up. And so as I look at that, that is an amazing plant. When he harvests the timber bamboo, it can be used for over 1,500 different things. It's amazing. When we look at this 6 weeks from now, and I show you some pictures of some things that they use bamboo for, it's going to amaze you. It amazed me. But as I look at this, you know, you got to ask the question, well, how does this relate to our football team? Well, I want to share with you guys, there are 4 stages to cultivating the timber bamboo that we're going to look at over the next few weeks, okay? And we're going to look at, first of all, I'm sorry, got that wrong. Okay, the preparation of the soil, okay? All right, I did the same thing, sorry. All right, we're going to look at the preparation of the soil, okay? We're going to look at the selection and planting of the seed, okay? And we're going to look at the watering, the weeding, and waiting. And then the last thing we're going to look at, the 4th stage, is harvesting and manufacturing the bamboo. Okay, now again, begs the question, what does that have to do with you guys? Okay, I want to look first of all at the preparation of the soil. Okay, the soil is where the seed is nurtured. Okay, a good seed will not grow in barren soil. All right, now I want you to look at, when we talk about the soil, I want you to look at the soil as it relates to your character. Okay, soon we're going to talk about vision and how important setting goals and the vision for your life and the vision for this season and the vision for whatever you want to do, how important that is. But the bottom line is, guys, if the soil is your character, we're going to see in just a second that the seed is your vision. And your vision is going to be nurtured within your character, okay? And I have to ask the question, you know, can someone's vision, can it grow something? Can it sustain something that's going to be lasting apart from good character? And the answer to that is no. So this whole process that we're going to talk about, the 4 stages, if we relate the preparation of the soil to your character, without character, the rest of it does not matter. So when we look at this and we study the preparation of the soil, I want to look at that as an example, or I want to look at that as how it relates to the character of a person, okay? The next thing I want to look at, if the soil is the character, the seed is your vision, okay? Now I want you to think about this, guys, for just a second. From that one seed, okay, it's going to grow a plant that's over 100 feet tall, okay, 8 inches in diameter. That is a massive plant, and that's grass. That is massive. And if I look at that and we relate that to your vision, you know, every great accomplishment started with an idea, a dream, or a vision. It all starts with something up here, guys. And that's why it's important that you guys, it's got to start with a vision, okay? Whether it's your career that you're talking about, it's got to start with a vision. It's got to start with a dream. whether it's this season, it's got to start up here first. Everything starts up here with a thought, okay? And so that's the second part of it. That's the seed, okay? And again, to me, the thing that drew me to this study, the water, the weeding, and the waiting, that's discipline, okay? So here we've got on the first one, the soil is your character, the seed is your vision, the watering, the weeding, and the waiting. Okay, that's the discipline. Okay, now think about this for just a second. That farmer, you know, he goes out every day and he performs a monotonous duty, day in and day out. Okay, and at the end of the day, there's nothing to show for what he did. He just does the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And I think that when this guy, he's going out to his timber bamboo, okay, and he's taking that water, there's probably a lot of people that criticize him and say, you know, why are you doing this? You know, what are you doing? And they probably call him crazy and everything else. And there's probably a lot of times he probably even asks himself, you know, why am I doing this? And as I look at that, you know, I've got to ask you guys, you know, are there things that you do day in and day out? And at the end of the day, there's really nothing to show for it, and you're doing it for something that's way down the line that you envision that's far, far off? Do you guys do that? Yeah, well, sure you do. You're doing it right now in football. We don't have a game at the end of this week. But what you're doing is you're investing right now. That's what discipline is. You're investing right now for something that you think, you know, way down the line there's going to be a reward. Your education's the same thing. Have you guys ever been in a class and asked your teacher, why in the world are we doing this? Whether it's a math problem, whether it's an English assignment, whatever it is. Everybody's heard that before, okay? But the bottom line is you pay a price now, day in and day out, and it may not be fun, it may not be something that you enjoy, but it's something you pay a price now for something that you can enjoy a great deal, you know, later. I want you to know this too, that when this timber bamboo farmer, when he's farming his bamboo, and it looks like nothing's happening, a timber bamboo tree has a root system that covers 100 yards and can be as deep as 6 feet. Now think about that root system. That's an incredible root system. It provides stability and nourishment, okay? And you see all this going on, and it looks like nothing's happening. All that stuff's going on under the surface. Well, it's the same thing's happening with you guys. You know, right now, you're doing a lot of things, and day in and day out, you look in that mirror, and you don't see a whole lot of change. But I promise you, there's things that are going on the inside, whether it's changing your will, whether it's slightly changing your body, and that root system in you that's going to provide you nourishment, and it's going to provide you sustenance and stability, okay? That thing is growing just a little bit every day, okay? Every day that you work, that's happening. And so when we look, that's what discipline's all about. Now, there's a lot of people, guys, they'll water their bamboo once in a while, and then they'll leave it alone. Well, the days that you're leaving alone, that's when it dies. Okay, it's something that you got to commit to every single day. People, they'll get on fire, you know, and they'll really water their bamboo. They'll overwater it one day, and then they may take a week off. That's not what discipline is. Discipline is doing the day in and day out monotonous things that nobody else likes to do. And we're going to look at that in depth too, okay? And then the last thing I want to look at is the harvesting and the manufacturing of your bamboo, okay? Well, if the soil is your character, the seed is your vision, and this is the discipline, then the harvesting and the manufacturing, that's leadership. Now, have y'all ever seen that anywhere before? Think about that, okay? Character, okay? Vision, discipline, and leadership. Where have y'all seen that? All right, Wayne.
The mural in front of.
Okay, when you walk in there, that right there is the 4 pillars of our character education. It's the 4 pillars of our character education. Wayne, you win the prize for today. Very good. Okay? All right, that's what that is. It's leadership. Now, let me tell you this, guys. Another thing that intrigued me about this study, when I got to looking at bamboo, I was amazed at the things that bamboo is used for. I went to this one website that said 1,500 uses for bamboo, and there was everything on there from bicycles to blowguns. It was unbelievable. When I show you, when we look at this the very last week, you're going to be amazed. You're going to be amazed. There's a person, they're called bamboo craftsmen, and they can take bamboo and they can make it into a square frame for a picture frame. It's amazing the things that they can shape bamboo into. And as I looked at this, there was a quote on this website. It says, bamboo in the hands of the right person has endless potential. And to me, that's what leadership's about. You know, to me, The potential and the direction from this team depends on the leadership that emerges from within our group. We have all kinds of groups that'll come through with different personalities, different gifts and abilities, but it always comes down, the leadership from the group will fashion and it'll shape the group. Okay, if we get the right kind of leadership from this group, then our group, our team, has endless potential. Okay, so from this point on, when I talk about cultivating your bamboo, we're talking about the soil, which is your character. Okay, we're talking about the seed, which is your vision. We're talking about the watering, the weeding, and the waiting, which is discipline. And we're talking about the harvesting and the manufacture, which is the leadership. What are you going to do with the resources that you have? Okay, and we're going to be studying that for the next 6 weeks.